Yes. 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 Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Good morning, people. So let's begin our prayer this morning here on Ktng Morning Show. Hands up, so we can receive. Not like, I give up, but hands up to receive. Thank you. I thank Jah for giving me my first breath this morning and allowing me to rise to fulfill another day, to help those who cannot help themselves, and to be compassionate toward our enemies, even though they deserve a patada and a culo from time to time. But most importantly, to make us all better human beings on this great planet Earth. Jesus Christ, we say these things. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. And thank you so much. Yes, thank you. And I thank each and every one of you for tuning into the Ktng Morning Show. And I do want to, say a good happy birthday to Riza, okay? And he's turning 50, big 50. A lot of people are having birthdays today. It is what they call the paganistic Valentine's Day. And I want you guys to realize that this is what's going to be happening to you, or to me, or to anyone else. So if there's a lot of love out there, express it. Put a smile on people's faces. That sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Make somebody's soul happy. Instead of the malcontents that we're already dealing with. Hold up. You know, I have to do that thing. Oh yeah, I had to do that thing. Kinda disgusting. But, it is what it is, I wake up and looking like, stir-fried dog do every morning. So it's not a bad hair day. I don't think so. Anyway, we're going to be simulcast here on YouTube and Facebook for all of you. Facebook can actually connect, or depending upon my, constitution on how well the equipment is working today. Hopefully. Anyway, we're going to try and make sure we get at least a decent hour out of this whole thing and do it well. Anyway, people, it is now time for you all to experience what is known as the Ktng Morning Show. So, as soon as I get my cue music up here, I'll be all right. Okay, so here we go, people. And now, for your viewing and listening pleasure, you are now tuned in to the most evolutionary show of all time. It is the Ktng Morning Show! Sucker punch! That's right. Good morning, you crazy people! Get up! Shooting it up today. Straight shooting it up today. Hump day. So if you are getting your game on for the humps on the bumps later on tonight, then I guess I would suggest you talk to my man, Cheddar. All right. Hey, everybody. This is the Ktng Morning Show, and I'm your host from both coasts, the left and the right. That's right. I'm in it for the good fight. That man that you see that has a crazy-ass plan, the peak on the freak that you need to understand, it is the G to RZI to the T to the Z, that's the underneath the mountain and above the freeway. And I'm talking all day and I'm talking all night because this is how we do it on the mic. Baddest international spitters that you could ever hear. And this time you're going to learn something, and this is what I need you to hear. The freak on the peak is here to speak, so open up your mind so this way you cannot be weak during the week. Yes! Okay, good morning. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in. Hit this, support us here on YouTube, our own TV show, our own the Ktng Morning Show. And also join the conversation today. I encourage you to join the conversation today and learn a little something about Black history altogether. And this is the African mental liberation from diasporic mystery in Black History Month. So I'm covering a lot of stuff that should open your mind to freedom, because you need to know what type of price you're going to pay for it. Anyway, crazy stuff's been happening and everything. So what I like to do is like start off with an exclusive story for you all. Okay. Now, as we all know locally, that Western Union exists in Inglewood, Colorado, and they have a lot of their small base branches out here. So, unbeknownst to a lot of people, there is a counterfeit ring going through Western Union. How do I know these things? Oh, as a matter of fact, let me explain this to you, and I'll show you some proof. All right. Hold on. Okay. There. Okay. Now. All right. Now, see, I had some money wired to me. Okay. And I went down to Western Union to pick it up. Same normal thing we all would do if we were picking up money, MoneyGram, that sort of thing. Okay, now here's the kicker. I got, 3 bills, 3 $100 C notes, $100 bills, individually given to me, as well as a $20 bill. Now, $220 of it went to rent bills and everything else, right? So the last 100 I had, I went to go pay my phone bill, right? Couldn't do it at Boost Mobile because the guy didn't have enough change. Then I looked out, went from door to door around the strip mall, and nobody could, facilitate what I needed. So, this is crazy. Okay, so it gets. There we go. Big ass head in the way. All right. Can y'all see my forehead? There you go. Cool. It's not as big as home, but I got that Mason forehead. There you go. Anyway, the story continues. I get a look outside and so forth, and I went to a barbershop. Guy couldn't change $100. So I looked across the street. There was a liquor store in Wells Fargo. So I went to Wells Fargo. Tried to change that $100 bill, and guess what? The teller says, "I'm sorry, sir, but this is a counterfeit bill. Where did you get it from?" I said, "Western Union, right there off of Academy." And we had this 10-minute tirade going between both of us and so forth, all of us, and trying to figure out where this money came from. And so I called Western Union, spoke to the representative there, and she tells me, she's going to have to call the district supervisor to rectify the matter. So the district supervisor, the district manager for that matter, goes, tell them to go fill out a police report. Okay, I want you guys to focus on this, all right? Western Union gave me counterfeit money and want me to go file a police report that they gave me a counterfeit bill. Okay? What corporation is going to admit to a fault such as well as the Western Union? Western Union never claims fault for anything. They never claimed fault for that $586 million fiasco that they had last January. So I'm thinking to myself, if this is happening here, how many other places are basically running counterfeit bills through it? Okay? Because it seemed kind of obvious that if you're going to work with counterfeit money, you should be able to do it in smaller denominations like 1s and 5s or something like that. Something real smart. But when you do a $100 bill, and I get this right here. Okay. I had to turn the bill over initially. I had to turn the bill over. Okay. I had to turn the bill over to Wells Fargo, and they're saying 2 weeks I might get my money back. Well, Western Union, they're talking 45 days. I'm like, okay, fine. Special investigations units are going to be looking into this. I'm going to make a report to the Better Business Bureau. I am going to make sure that I'm going to crack this story wide open and find out who's actually sending counterfeit money through these branches like this. So I have a battle. Now, as you know, this is going to be an ongoing story, so I'm going to be working on this. So this way you guys check your dough before you leave that dough. Okay? Ask to have whatever money that you get from Western Union from this point on checked out before you accept it. Okay, if it's like, you know, if they're looking fake or anything of that nature, know what to look for in counterfeit money. And I think that's one of the main things that we got to really watch out, especially if we're spending. Okay, now if we're like looking at counterfeit money, look for things that are odd or anomalous to the bill itself. So this way you don't get caught out there like I did. So later today I got to call corporate and get on their ass and everything and so forth and tell them, say, look, I'm going to fill out a police report and let you know how stupid this shit is. All right. So yeah, I'm wired for today. And I ain't even been up but an hour. Okay, I'm ready to knock some asses. Okay. Oh, we got a bug spray here today too. So yeah, got to keep the bugs. It's a once-a-month thing, but it's cool. It's cool. Anyway, let's drop into our stories here and start with our focus on Black History Month here, or the mystery of Black history, the sport mystery of Black History Month. And I was saying this earlier, that whenever there are Jeopardy questions about African Americans, or Black questions altogether, any kind of way, shape, or form, why is it that you have some of the smartest people on the game show of Jeopardy fail that subject over and over and over and over and over? I'm serious. I count 95% of the participants on that show don't know jack about Black history, period. Okay? 48 degrees is going to be the high today, and 38 is our low right now, so it's a little bit cloudy, 50% participation, so we might get some snow later on this evening. Anyway, so what does that mean? That means that we need to learn about our consciousness. And if we know any of these people, okay, in history, that have made significant, mental challenges of not being stupid. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stupid people on Jeopardy that can't figure out African American questions, or African questions for that matter, or answers, or don't know anything about the geography, but we exploit the crap out of it, don't we? We do. Of course, we're raped, robbed, Africa left and freaking right. There was a time when the Bantu were everywhere in mid-South Africa, and the word Bantu means peoples. So, my peoples, I'm going to sit here and tell you about the Black conscious leaders who put their lives on the line for Black people. Alrighty? So on this list, you have basically somebody that almost had as much influence as the population of the Bantu people. We start with renowned Black leader Marcus Garvey. He had up to 15 million Black followers across the planet. We can only dream to have that many on our social web pages or anything of that nature, but he had a movement. Okay, he had a movement of Black consciousness that was pretty much riding through the Renaissance. Okay, so but unfortunately he got caught in the capitalism trap, and you know what happened there. How about the master scholar and psychologist, Dr. Amos Wilson? Okay, what about the Black activist leader, Malcolm X? Okay, what about Guyana freedom fighter? Okay, Nana Ya Asantewaa, yes, Nana Ya Asantewaa. Okay, how about, do you know anything about, Sojourner Truth? What about, let's see, Steve Coakley? And how about Chokwe Lumumba? Okay. What about Jamaica's national hero, George William Gordon, who helped Mr. Bull with the revolution and rebellion of slavery in Jamaica? What about Geronimo Pratt? How about Bobby Hutton? Okay. How about let's see, the Haitian military mastermind Toussaint Louverture? Okay. What about the Trinidadian Black activist Kwame Ture? What about let's say Khalid Muhammad? Okay. What about the master scholar and historian, Dr. John Henry Clark? Okay, impressive, right? These are the people that basically are conscious directors of our community, and for some strange reason, a lot of these people are not like recognized in say the commercial sense of it. Okay, what about the Black Angolan freedom fighter, Queen Nzinga? Okay, what about let's see, Jamaican freedom fighter Samuel Sharp? A lot of history. What about Black abolitionist Harriet Tubman? Okay. How about some others that we are supposed to know and are, that's considered Black history altogether, but most importantly, their contributions altogether. Stephen Biko, okay, Huey P. Newton, Kwame Nkrumah, okay, Fred Hampton, Black political activist, Fred Hampton, Black activist and liberator, Kwame Nkrumah, Black activist, Huey P. Newton, South African political Black activist, Stephen Biko. Activist people. The reason why they were so successful in raising the mindset of modern day Africans in both the United States and around the world is that we been had that consciousness. We just gave it up. Okay, when we decided to allow colonization and slavery dictate the rules of the land. Okay, there's also the leader of the Jamaican Maroons, and I do have some information on that as well. South African Black activist and former President Nelson Mandela. Okay, Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, how about Jamaican Black freedom fighter Paul Bolger, who, along with along with George William Gordon, again, were freedom fighters for the anti-slavery movements in Jamaica. Freedom fighter Nat Turner, who unfortunately got lost and came right back to the same house that he had burned up, and they subsequently killed him. Or how about, let's see, Michael Dorner. Okay, how about him? He was a freedom fighter. He was trying to shoot cops. He was trying to shoot his own people. So therefore, most of our heroes don't appear on those stamps. Some do, some don't. And that's pretty much the reason why we have a commercial segment of it. Okay, go to the post office. There's no black stamps at all these days. At all. Nope. We don't even get the month off. We don't get Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday off. We do celebrate White President's Day off, But we will not we will not have a day off on anything that's named black. Okay? Come on. Martin Luther King Day. You don't get off. Black History Month, you damn sure don't get off. Okay? Kwanzaa. Forget it. It doesn't have any commercial value whatsoever. So, therefore, we have a lot of means and ends. If we're not included in the fabric of shit, then why don't we create our own rug? Okay? You get the wordplay here. Fabric, rug, that sort of thing. Our fabric here has to have some sort of integrity. It also has to have some sort of, character. It has to at least have some credibility. Okay? And the only way to have credibility in a capitalist society and so forth is to treat the capitalists exactly the way they treat you. Okay? Eye for an eye, people. Eye for an eye. And one of the best people that I know, by talking to her or at an earlier time, say like in the early 90s, talking to her and hearing her speak and so forth, is Maxine Waters. So this is from The Hill, first story here. Maxine Waters tears into Kelly, saying that he has no credibility. Maxine Waters is very outspoken, but she tore into the Chief of Staff John Kelly over his handling of the domestic abuse allegations against former White House aide Rob Porter, saying she's quote unquote not surprised that Kelly was knowing about the claims. Okay, so let me tell you right now, domestic violence is not very cool at all, okay? Now, domestic violence don't have to matter. It doesn't have to be physical. It also can be psychological as well. And a lot of women basically go through a lot of that and so forth, but don't forget, there are some men out there, unbeknownst to a lot of you, who suffer through this as well. Okay, so all around, we should not be abusing each other. Treat each other with love and respect, and I think that'll stem that. But if you got a bunch of idiots walking around with white beater shirts on, then and you want to be one of those chicks that, oh, I'm gonna go after the bad boy, and the bad boy beat your ass. Guess what? You deserve it. Okay? You knew what the hell you were getting into when you first looked at that fool. All right? So basically, she goes on to say, I never believed Kelly. All with Chris Hayes on Tuesday. Don't forget, he's the one who lied on a congresswoman and said that she was an empty barrel. Okay, so this is Chris Hayes is like getting his ass served at this point. She goes on to say, and then supposedly quoted about what she said, only to be found to have lied when the video was shown about her speech that day, and he had refused to apologize, so he has no credibility, she continued. Waters was referencing Kelly's past comments about Republican Frederica Wilson, whom he called an empty barrel and slammed for allegedly taking credit for securing $20 million in funds for an FBI building. Video of the speech Kelly was referencing disproved his claim. Kelly and Wilson also previously clashed over how Cheeseburger handled the death of a U.S. soldier. Wilson shared that she was with the soldier's widow when Cheeseburger told her Sergeant LaDavid Johnson knew what he was getting into. Wow. Okay. So that means that even if you're on a team and you happen to be the only brother there, and all the white guys just like say, leave you, remember that goes against military protocol, especially when it comes to leaving a brother behind. So I see what happened there. We all do. Okay? Black man, you be expendable. Okay? So Waters said the White House has been trying to cover up the handling of the allegations against Porter, the distortions, the confusion, the chaos. It is pathetic. Waters, a fierce critic of Cheeseburger's administration, also went on to say, of course, they're all being revealed in what is an attempted cover-up. It is all coming out despite the fact that they tried to tell different stories about when they knew about Porter. What they knew about Porter. What they thought once they learned about the fact that he's a white beater, she continued. Okay? White beater! Better you than me! The White House and Kelly are facing intense scrutiny over whether or not officials knew about the domestic abuse allegations against Porter. FBI Director Christopher Wray contradicted the White House's timeline of events during a Senate hearing Tuesday, saying that the Bureau had completed its investigation in July. He said the White House had requested a follow-up report in November. Kelly, who was reportedly considering promoting Porter, initially defended the former staff secretary. However, he shifted his tone after more details. The alleged abuse emerged, including photos showing Porter's first wife with a black eye. Kelly later said he was shocked by the new allegations. Okay, it's not a new allegation if you're a freaking idiot who likes beating up on women. You're a weak ass punk. Okay, you belong with a bunch of cholos that ain't got but one leg to their goddamn self. And more importantly, y'all got a lot of nerve. You got a lot of nerve to be in the same room with pedophiles. Believe me, it's kind of ugly. And now for the biggest upset in the Cheeseburger administration, and for all of you, and I mean all of us, okay, for all of us who are dependent upon public services and whatnot, we are going to get the short end of the stick even further. And this time, the short end of the stick is covered with barbed wire. So when it goes through the cornhole, trust me, there's going to be a scraping. Okay? So out of the mouth of our intrepid goofball-ass leader that has an IQ of 84, Cheeseburger's quote-unquote harvest box isn't viable on Snap Overhaul, officials say. Why? Let's find out. From the New York Times, supplemental nutritional program SNAP offers about 46 million low-income Americans both sustenance and economic choice by providing an allowance to buy the fruit, meat, fresh vegetables, soda, ice cream, and kind of bread they want to eat. Okay? Now, most of the time, people on food stamps and stuff generally basically stick to their cultural traditions of eating unhealthy. Okay? You do. Okay? I've never seen anybody on food stamps actually eat something that was made for their body as they age. No, not at all. You eat what the kids eat and keep eating what the kids eat long after they're grown. Okay? Not good. So on Monday, the Cheeseburger administration sprung a surprise. Under a proposal in the president's budget, many participants in the program will be given half their benefits in the form of a quote-unquote harvest box, full of food pre-selected for nutritional value and economic benefit to American farmers. The cache of cheaper peanut butter, canned goods, pastas, cereal, shelf-stable powdered milk, and other products will now be selected by the federal government, not by the people actually eating it. Okay, now, I don't want to, let me break this down for you. Back in the 60s and 70s, back in the 60s and whatnot, in the 70s, we used to get this big ass block of like government cheese. Big ass tall box about half the size of a 2-year-old of dried milk, peanut butter, food that you would get from a food pantry, okay, that's expired, okay, and for all you brand name shoppers out there and so forth, get off your high horse, okay, you're just making yourself look stupid, really, okay. Okay, now the proposal seemed like a radical overhaul of the country's core food assistance program. Once called food stamps, but now commonly known as SNAP, the idea was to shave about $21 billion a year from the federal deficit over the next 10 years, but the reaction was immediate and largely negative. You think? Okay. In an independent study from a Navy SEAL team back in Vietnam, they saw malnourished children unable to think and function. They changed their damn diet, okay? And those kids became responsive. By changing the diet, you are not only thumbing down poor people, you are making them into the cretinous creatures that they will evolve into, okay? For real. Think about exactly what you're doing. Already this government is out to, kill black babies, all right? There's a record number of autism. And just feed them, and the CDC backs this up, okay? There are record numbers, 80 million people who are basically on food stamps right now, or SNAP for that matter, okay? And they eat what they can, they eat what they want, yes, sure. That's only like a third of the freaking population, that's only a third of 80 million, okay? Kids who are coming out of high school, having kids and whatnot, they're still eating the same stuff that their mom served them 20 some odd years ago. Okay, they don't know anything about nutritional guidelines. They don't know about aging. They don't understand the human body. If the government is so interested in being in our lives and whatnot, why would they start at the bottom end? Most of the problems are coming from the top end, and nobody seems to get it. Okay, so in reality, Democrats claim the plan shackled the poor, while business groups, led by big food retailers, would stand to lose billions of dollars in lost SNAP business. The head of one trade association typically supportive of the cheeseburger's economic policies, accused the administration of reneging on its pledge to, quote-unquote, cut red tape and regulations. That is such an ambiguous term. It really is. It's just like saying jumbo shrimp, oxymoron. Okay. In reality, the administration's officials on Tuesday admitted that the food box plan, which the Jefe's budget director, Mick Mulvaney, compared to the Blue Apron grocery delivery service, had virtually no chance of being implemented anytime soon. Okay. Instead, the idea, according to two administration officials who worked on the proposal, was a political gambit by fiscal hawks and in the administration aimed at outraging liberals and stirring up members of the president's own party working on the latest versions of the Farm Bill. Okay, so you're going to get a higher rate of gluten, a higher rate of GMOs. You're going to be reprogrammed from a genetic level. Okay? If they can't reprogram you by visual stimuli, it's called a Trojan horse. You send something in that people will love, and it will get inside and start havoc. Okay? Does anybody not see this? Okay? Does anybody not see this Trojan horse theory that I'm working on here when it comes to like food stamps? Okay? So basically, according to the two administrative officials who worked on the proposal, the political gambit by fiscal hawks and the administration aimed at outraging liberals, yada yada yada. The move, they said, was intended to lay down a marker that the administration is serious about pressing for about $85 billion in other cuts to food assistance programs that will be achieved in part by imposing strict new work requirements on recipients. So, if you guys are not actually seeing this, then let me explain this to you. There is a plan in place by our government, okay, to get past that issue of reparations. What better way to do than control the stomachs and the minds of the poorest people on the freaking planet, especially in this economy? This so-called, we made a whole bunch of money economy. Really? Come on, man. I mean, if you're sleeping that, you're watching too much BET, then that's your damn fault. For being ignorant. Ignorance is bliss, I guess. But in many cases, it's also the death of your own people. Now it's not just blacks. It's whites, it's Mexicans, it's Asians who actually use SNAP as well. Don't think they come over here rich either. Okay? So get that out of your head. Basically, the food box approach has been tried only in a small demonstration project and never been seriously discussed during dozens of congressional hearings on the SNAP program in recent years, which did not stop administration officials from putting up the force on cheeseburger's presidency behind it. So in a lump sum and so forth, people, okay, you're getting a box, okay, that is more than half of what you would get on SNAP. And that's supposed to last you a month? Wow. So they're moving everybody to work for welfare. They're moving everybody that's on welfare, okay, that has not an indigent case, but more so they're like, if you're between a certain age of retirement, what does that mean? What does that mean for people who are already retired? Okay? That means simply that you're going to be moved, that they're going to start killing off this generation. This baby booming generation is going to be killed off to make room for the millennials. When the millennials X and so forth, then guess what? It's becoming faster and faster and faster. It reminds me of a scene from Logan's Run, where if you reach the age of 30, they kill you. Thank you, United States government, for being such placid idiots. I swear to God. You're at the halfway point here on Ktng 860 AM. And guess what? We switch over here to YouTube. Follow us through 2018. Subscribe, like, and share the information that you get here from off of YouTube and off of Facebook. So this way we can all stay up and be, stay woke, okay? I'm all the way up, okay? I know it's a drug reference, that's why Mountain Dew uses it. But, subscribe, like, and share the information that we do here. DJ Sucker Punch is now up, and I don't see him running around, so he must be chilling at this point. It's a little windy out there today. Also, Kung Fu Saturdays and Tea Time is being worked on, thanks to Dan Pettigrew. I love him for that. God bless. Okay. And most importantly, we are now on the half end of the Ktng Morning Show. Yes. With politics, social society itself does not have to be a social construct. Okay? It doesn't. Anyway, got some really interesting news here. And this comes from probably one of the more liberal places that you can actually say existed in the United States. From USA Today, 7 hours ago, Vermont students get the okay to fly Black Lives Matter flag over high school. Okay, this is monumental. This is a flag that I can basically stand up to. I'll kneel through, say I'll put my fist up, I'll turn my back, I'll put my fist up, or I will kneel during, say, like, Pledge of Allegiance, or anything of that nature. Because how can I pledge allegiance to an ideology that does not serve me? It serves me all right. You know, I don't need help from any police officer to get in the backseat of a cop car. Trust me. Burlington, Vermont, the Burlington School Board voted unanimously Tuesday night to allow students activists to raise a Black Lives Matter flag on the high school campus. Now, this is a cultural thing. This is a cultural thing that's going to have a little legacy, just like the flag. Okay, so I know where you racists are going. I'm going to get to you in a minute. By raising the BLM flag, we're asking the board to support all of its students. This is an opportunity for the Burlington community to unite and show where our moral compass points towards progress, the student said, reading from their resolution. Almost a dozen students wearing Black Lives Matter t-shirts took a petition of more than 450 signatures from Burlington High School in favor of raising the flag to present Tuesday to the school board. The flag confronts national statistics regarding police shootings of black citizens. Black Lives Matter flag first was raised at a Vermont school in Montpelier High on February 1st, the start of Black History Month, drawing national praise along with backlash. No matter what as a black person does in this country, okay, if they're not kowtowed to some sort of economic or anything of that nature, there's always the beating down of it, okay, the beating down of, like, say, you know, who you are. Spiritual breakdown, you know what I'm saying? So Social Justice Union feels strongly that Burlington High School should stand in solidarity with Montpelier High School in the raising of the Black Lives Matter flag. The students' resolution Burlington High School was 37% non-white, and in 2016-2017 school year, with 16% of the students registering as black according to state data. About 5% of Montpelier High School students' body were black in a population where 15% of the students were registered as non-white according to the same data. I think this is a win. I think this is a win. I think every school should have a consensus of actually doing so. Now, what happens after, Black History Month is, like, pretty much historically been shelved again, because there's no commercial value, okay, to white media. The white media is basically trying to find an answer for the idiot that they are now covering, which is cheeseburger. Okay, because of the cultural war mentality that is coming from out of the White House, how is it that we are at odds with each other as human beings? Simple. You have the rich getting richer and the poor becoming numerous. Okay, so in that sense, we have to, like, look on. We gotta, basically deal with all the other things that have happened, especially towards, what can I say? What we got. We got at this point. So, if anything, I got a question here. You can join the conversation or answer it yourself later. This is from Sean Griff, the lovely Sean Griff. She questions. We don't want all of our black men to be labeled as thugs just because some may be, but we will label all cops bad. How can this be? Okay. Again, people, there are good people and there are bad people on this planet. Straight up, there are good people and bad people on this planet. It doesn't matter what uniform they put on at all. It's the mentality that which they were raised with when they were at home. Their level of home training is substandard. Okay? And their education is less than substandard. Their ability to handle, an immigrant nation, okay, is substandard. So therefore, from the HuffPost about 11 hours ago, people raised thousands of dollars for a man who said no to ICE. Jordan Drydall Roberts made headlines last Wednesday when he tweeted that he quit his government job rather than process paperwork that he could lead to the arrest and deportation of undocumented immigrants. I got to give a hand for that because he is standing up to the government, much like Lisa Lucas in West Virginia, who stood up against and spoke out against the corruption that was happening in her town. Here's another guy who basically spoke out against the government because of deportation of undocumented immigrants. It's not undocumented immigrants. It is basically people who have grandfathered themselves in and have families here. That this movement movement of nationalism and fascism is basically taking its toll. So here's the person who says, now he's broke, he's out of work, but he stands against your cheeseburgers treatment of immigrant families, has inspired hundreds of people to reach out and say thanks, and has set up a GoFundMe page for him. In a matter of days, they have raised more than $11,000 to help Gerardo Roberts regain financial footing. I'm deeply humbled, he told the HuffPost on Friday, choking up. I've got some breathing room now. Gerardo Roberts, 33, hadn't planned on quitting his job as a legal secretary at the Montana Department of Labor and Industry, where he worked for more than 6 years. Money is already tight at his home in Helena, where he's raising a 4-year-old with his wife, who works as a substitute librarian. But when he was told last week to start processing subpoenas from the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, which under Cheeseburger has been cracking down on undocumented immigrants, he said he couldn't live with himself if he had a role in breaking up families. Dysphoria. How is the slaves to dysphoria during the times of slavery so prevalent now? Okay? Was it such fascism coming from Portugal, Spain, Italy? Did the Pope sign off on it? Was Queen Charlotte actually black? Those are very, very more interesting questions here on the Ktng Morning Show. Okay? Anyway. He said these stories people have shared with him since he's quit have erased any doubts he had about whether he had made the right choice. Quote, I've had dreamers reach out and say thank you, said Gerardo Roberts, referring to undocumented immigrants brought to the United States as children. One person told me their grandmother was a Holocaust survivor, and if someone hadn't made a choice like mine, they wouldn't have survived. I wept. So, let me ask you something out there. Okay, all you Republican Jews out there. Y'all want to continue this? You want to continue this Wall Street slavery crap? This 12 years a slave? This shit? Obviously. It is, obviously, because you guys are making the same decisions against immigrants as it was in slavery. You bring them here in families, they come here in families, you break them up and you put them where you want to put them. Okay? Well, the government wants to put them. And if you're part of the government, you're part of the fucking problem, dudes. Seriously. Don't get mad that in the next 200 years, redheads just start to disappear, become a commodity. Low ball. Also, here's another fact that I'm not sure if you guys read this or anything of that nature, but it is happening. But then again, there is a eugenics agenda to rid the planet of black people altogether, and that's by Planned Parenthood. Childhood's End describes how the browning of the planet became. Okay? If you're a black planet, people, it's coming, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Okay? That's why I tell all my young black men, go out there and get a woman pregnant quick. Claim as many children as you can on your tax return, so that way you ain't got to pay nothing. Especially them damn diapers. Believe me, that shit's cost a lot of money. Okay, and let's go to one of our good news things here. Okay? About a non-immigrant family that is not about to be deported or anything of that nature. But something more heroic than anything else that shows that there is care in this world. Okay? There's compassion for our enemies, even if they do deserve a patata and a culo from time to time. So, here it is from people 15 hours ago. California husband recovering after saving pregnant wife from speeding truck's path. Okay? A seriously injured father of 3 is being hailed as a hero after he pushed his pregnant wife from the path of a speeding truck. Aaron Gutierrez and his family had just finished celebrating their 6-year-old son's birthday at a local pizzeria in Fresno, California, when they hopped on a bus to return home on the night of January 5th. The bus dropped them off just a short walk away, and as Gutierrez, his mother, pregnant wife, and the couple's 2 children talked about their fun night during their stroll, a speeding blue Toyota Tacoma ran a red light and spun out of control right towards Gutierrez and his loved ones. Recognizing the immediate danger they were in, Gutierrez took action to shove his wife out of the truck's path as he carried their 1-year-old in his arm. Okay? Now, according to his recollection, he heard a big bang, looked over his shoulder, saw the truck flying toward him, and pushed his wife out of the way. When he woke up, he blacked out. But when he woke up, he heard his then 7-year-old daughter scream, "Mommy is dead!" He then went to both his wife and mother sprawled out on the asphalt, but he tried to do so but couldn't do that because, needless to say, his leg was broken, so it was quite a struggle. His wife was spared any major injuries to herself and her unborn baby, while Gutierrez's mother was sent to ICU after she suffered a bleeding brain and a broken back. Gutierrez himself suffered a broken shoulder along with his injured leg, but the couple's 3 children were unharmed during the incident. Lieutenant Mark Hudson of the Fresno Police Department tells people that the 19-year-old driver was found at fault at the collision. There were no substances and no influences of like drugs or alcohol for that matter. But it could lead to a later citation pending a review of the case. According to ABC 30, Fresno has seen an uptick in vehicle hitting pedestrians over the last year. Fatal crashes involving pedestrians were up 54% in 2017 compared with the previous year. And today, Gutierrez is back home, recovering, but is largely confined to a walker around the house or a wheelchair when his family goes out. His mother is still in the hospital, and while she is expected to be released soon, they are unsure of the extent of her lasting injuries. Doctors cannot say if she'll be able to work or walk again. Taking out of the house, but a GoFundMe page has been set up to help the family during the recovery process, and has since raised $1,900 of its initial $20,000 goal. Yet the injuries Gutierrez sustained that night only add to the health problems he is preparing to face. He has recently been diagnosed with testicular cancer and is expected to start chemotherapy in the coming weeks. So people, if you know where this GoFundMe page is, drop a dime, drop a couple of dimes on him and so forth. He's got a family. He saved his wife. He saved his unborn child. His mom is pretty iffy at this particular point, and this man's going through a whole bunch of stuff right now. So, in good favor of humanity, show this man and his family some love. Help him get like 20 grand raised up. I mean, they raised 11,000 for Mr. Roberts because he quit ICE. All right. We can do the same thing. If we learn to fund the things that are basically dead set against inhumanity, and we start building our own social programs outside of government interference, we can basically change the surface of our economic malaise. We can. We need our own. The fact of the matter is, we need our own shit. Okay? People, I mean, I'm laughing my ass off right now because the UK is not as white as their history says it was. Okay? It's not. Not. Got black folk. Okay? And everybody else that just shows up in the UK and whatnot are just damn immigrants anyway. Okay? And immigration seems to be a problem. Okay? Get this through your thick heads, people. Man is a migratory beast. And if you are, the baby mama and so forth, you should now know that your man is migratory. He migrates his ass away from your ass and the kid's ass to go and do what he has to do to take care of his ass. Okay? That sort of thing. Or, worse yet, okay, we always find an excuse to harbor immoral decisions. And when we do that, we make a big ass mess, a hot, steamy, garbage mess. I mean, so nuggeted. It's nuggeted, okay? Nuggets, nuggeted. I made a new word, nuggeted. Okay. Just like, that knot you get on your hair when you get hit with a baseball bat, that sort of thing. Anyway, I question, our mentality to preserve progress. I'll give you a prime example. My neighbor here is stressing that he can't find a damn job, and now his only options is to go out and rob people. I can't hold a pity party for that, because if you got 2 arms and 2 legs and a mouth and a brain, you're able to get out there and find work just like anybody else. Me, I'm retired. I get paid to do this. All right, and I'm making sure of that. That's right. We got sponsorship from My Pillow. Ha. What? All I need is like 7 more sponsors, and I can basically do this full time and not have to worry about anything and continue with my art. Yes. So, in that sense of our African mental liberation from diasporic mystery in Black history, we have to think of it as a social connection to where we can all speak our minds. I mean, I tried to get on melanated people. They're pseudo Facebook thingy, and the damn site crashes left and freaking right over and over and over, and it just cracks me up to no level. Let's see. Oh shit! I think I got something going on here. Hold up! I think we got something going. Here we go. Here we go. That's right, we shake it up, baby, here on KTNG 860am.org. This is the KTNG Morning Show. And it is like, oh, it's going to be sunny, a little bit sunny today, partly cloudy. Anyway, so here we are in our realm of the African Mental Liberation from Diasporic Mystery and Black History Month. Okay? Here, you get to open your mind to freedom and know the price that you're paying to get it. Okay? So, if anything, I have to finish this thought here. That if we don't, collectively work within our own and therefore recruit, not by sympathizing, but out of a moral cause of humanity, our issues of racism would drop. We all have the same common enemy, which is our government. And if we don't take steps to impeach this fish-eyed bastard up out of there, we are never going to be able to live the fact that he might win the next 4 years. And so I have to ask you, America, do you want this level of subpar genius running the country, ruining lives, and improving the higher margin for those who are just as rich as he is? Let's get money out of government. Let's get money out of politics altogether. Like Lissa said up in West Virginia, there are so many people who are taking bribes. There's so many people that are taking contributions that are like lobbying bribes left and freaking right. It's no wonder Cheeseburger won the damn presidency. Okay? It's no wonder. Oh, and guess what? Western Union donated too. See where they're all wound up at? Now I'm about to give them up a down in the culo. Straight up and down. Y'all know how this is. Y'all know how this is. This is the way the world works. Okay? And it's not stopped in the last 400 years of being short of just being a place filled with assholes who take advantage of people, rob them, kill them, and yet still these are the biggest criminals. Who rapes and ravages and calls us savages? I don't know, but I know one thing. Fools be missing, man, straight missing the point. Y'all straight missing the point. If you know, give that information up so this way you can grow your collective. And like John Gold says, the day will come when all of us put aside our racial differences, march up on the government for the front steps of the White House, and kick the living crap out of Cheeseburger's ass. All right? Or throw all those jackasses up out of there who are making over 50 grand a year for a civil service job. You're making like hundreds of thousands a year, but you make up your damn mind as whether how you're going to serve the people of this freaking country. You need to be fired. Okay, straight up. All right, so let's get our good morning shout-ups for the people that are live on Messenger. So if you're late coming in, I'm going to find you. All right, first and foremost, we give a big shout-out to my man Walter Jenkins, the man who remembers the legend, the icon, who put it down back in the day, and we keep that memory going here. Like I'm saying that you're dead or anything like that, but we're distances away, bro. Anyway, good morning to Walter Jenkins, Melanie Griffin, Carolyn Jenkins, wherever you are. Benita Tiger's great mom, good morning. Rodney Allen Rippey, you know him. Check out his website. Ernest Franklin, who is going through a bit of a medical thing and so forth. So if anything, Ernest, you'll do good. You're doing good. So we have prayers going out to you. Sean Griff, thank you for the lovely question. Okay. And also Skyski Rio, good morning. Pedro Rodriguez, good morning. Brian Williams, good morning. Bernard Moore, good morning. Enoch God Body Starts, good morning. Also, let me continue on down here because there's a lot. Riza Kalichi, good morning. Let's see, also, oh my God, yeah, these also good morning and happy birthday. Let's see, also Tana Mason, good morning. Oh boy, oversleeping again. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so what's that boy? Oh, cool. Okay. Glenn Company, good morning. Seems that the Albemarle basketball team that I used to play on, or didn't play for, basically just, didn't do so well. But they're doing good. Brenda Eakins Perkins, good morning. Love you too. Variety J. Rivera. Jessica Kionis, my long-standing Facebook bunny. Okay, good morning. And I know it's like my nephew is infatuated with you, but he already has a child and a wife, so please, LaShawn, don't kill him. Okay. Maximus DeMantis, good morning. Mickey Red Venom, good morning. Jamie Manton, Heidi Gardner out in the UK, good morning. Don't get check and see if you got any relations to Cheddar. Okay, and that's funny. How you gonna call my boy Cheddar and whatnot? He died with no money. He died broke. It's funny. Who's in the Cheddar box? I'm like, sure. Cheese box. Cheese it. Mac and cheese with cheddar. Okay. I can go on. I can make cheddar jokes all day. Also, good morning, Matsuda, all the way out in Japan. Ni hao to my people out in China. Good morning. South Africa, good morning. South America, please, for the love of people, feed those people in Venezuela. I don't want to hear no violence or anything of that nature. Also, for the people in Puerto Rico, I'm terribly sorry, but the United States is a racist country that's basically trying to, buy the land from underneath you guys, as far as the foundations are concerned, and upsell to a higher demographic, affluent demographic, per se. And also, good morning to the people in Guam. Max, I know who you are, where you're at. You got to get in contact with me, girl. Let's see what your life has been like since you left Los Angeles to move to Guam some 25, 30 years ago. And for the most part, let's see what other good stuff. Oh yeah, I got 3 minutes left here. 3 minutes left here. Is that all the people I can? Oh, let's see. Bernard Moore? Tricia Squires. Good morning. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. I just got a page back from corporate of Western Union, and I'm about to tear into that ass. For real. Okay? It's true. Remember, people, Western Union is filtering counterfeit money through their system. Check your money before you leave that office or that check in the cash thing or anything of that nature. Because if this happens to be a means for the cartel to bring in money and drugs and so forth through the state of Colorado, then they found an Achilles heel in Western Union. Okay, and why would you have 100s when the denominations for counterfeit money should be smaller than a dime? Okay, so if anything, I'm about to tear off into their ass right about now. Okay, other than that, they're not going to steal my they're not going to take my shine because I refuse to lose. And if I'm in a losing situation, trust me, I will turn it around to benefit me to make it all go one way or the freaking other. All right, people, I got to get up out of here. Clarence Lumford, good morning. Coming in late. Helen Jackson, good morning, you funny lady, you. My God. Many moons ago. But she's still a lovely person. Oh, happy birthday to your daughter and whatnot, belated, but I did say happy birthday. But more importantly, I want you guys to realize that we can all get out there and do good. And we all have the propensity of being more than what we are in the mortal guise of men and women. Okay? So if anything, people, realize who you are and what you are. And realize your potential. And realize the heights that are limitless to your reach. And most importantly, never let anybody steal your shine. And definitely never let anyone take your smile. Because it's all you. All right, people, I'm out of here. I got some people to beat up today. My way, all pro. So I'm gonna see exactly what the hell is gonna go on. And I got police reports to file, so this makes it that much simpler. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. I got things to do, and of course, you guys make sure that you have yourself a safe and beautiful day out here in Colorado Springs. It looks like it's shaping up to be a great day. So, you guys have yourself some fun. Stay tuned for more documentaries. Stay tuned for more music. We're doing grown for the Funky Booty Show today, so stick around for that. And our audio.